Okay, guys, I'm back. My bad about that. My video cut off really short that time. I'm trying to make these videos about 20 to 30 minutes long. This is part three of the knife laws explained in New York State. So, anyways, excuse me, gosh. I do have this Chert pocket knife, and it's just like a napped, which means that the craftsman used like a technique of knocking small pieces of the edge of the stone away until it makes like a fine edge. And these are actually quite sharp. I love these little things. I don't know if this will work, but I'll show you how sharp this thing is. Like I'll cut right through this. No big deal. This is paper. This is like a small piece of cardboard. Maybe I can come down through. Let's see. Um, Back out through again. So, anyways, as you can see, this thing is really sweet. It's also got like this saw back type thing here, which I thought was super cool, and the color to me is really attractive. It's like a pink. So I just thought, you can even see in the light how fine the edge is. It's a really nice little serrated edge here. And they don't really lose sharpness much. They kind of retain rigidity and sharpness for their lifetime. You wouldn't want to modify it in any way, actually. You pretty much just leave these things the way they come, the way they're napped by a professional stone napper. So napping is a technique that Native Americans and all sorts of indigenous types of people have been using throughout the age of man to create tools and back in their time weapons for battle and for hunting. So this is super cool. It's something that by the length of the stone here, it's legal to carry in your pocket. I just like to keep it in like a leather sheath, like a small leather slip pouch, or even my wallet will work as a holder for this one. And the guy who designed this, his name was Bo Earls, and he sells them on I think I got it on eBay or Etsy. I do believe it was Etsy. um, I can't remember off the top of my head, but the fellow's name was Bo Earls, and he's a professional knife maker and stone knife maker and napper. They call them stone napper. So you can find his work online and order one of these, and this cost about $45. So I was really happy when this came in. It's pretty sentimental to me. It's something that I would definitely consider carrying to work, to use to open, say, maybe boxes, or to cut an apple, or to cut a piece of rope, or fishing, maybe to cut my lines or something. This is a really sweet little pocket knife, actually. So that's that. I'll put it's Keokuk Chert, which must be some Keokuk, must be a native word. Chert is some type of flint. It's kind of like a relative to flint stone. So this is razor edge sharp. Maybe not as sharp as, say, like a German Solingen or like a Spyderco pocket knife or something, but or cold steel. But this thing is definitely sharp. So I'm gonna put it away. It did come with a nice little antler display stand. There's two more knives I want to show you, or three actually. This is a knife I just got. This is a Mora knife. At a company out of Sweden makes these. It's called a Mora Robust. It's got a great rubberized, plasticky, grippy handle here that has like this ergonomic design with this really nice finger guard thing here that like kind of contours to your grip. So this sort of protects your finger down here from, you know, maybe making contact with something when you're using it. And this grip is just fits perfectly in a medium-sized hand, or maybe even a large hand. So I really like this knife. It is definitely legal to carry. The knife, as you can see, the knife blade is about 3.6 or 3.7 inches. It's under 4 inches, which is legal pocket carry here in New York. So for something like this, you need a sheath. You obviously can't just put this in your pocket. That would be crazy. So it does come with this nice handy little sheath here. It's like a plastic, like a hard PVC sheath or some sort of rubberized plastic sheath. And the knife actually has a small indent, as we call them, so that it slides into the sheath and clicks, which is really cool, actually. I really like this design. And this does have a nice plastic clip, which, as long as you don't stress it or force it, isn't going anywhere, really. This, you know, could last 50 years. So this is really a nice option. And believe it or not, you'd think, oh, well, he must have paid $90 for that. That's a really nice, you know, fishing knife. No, actually, I paid under $20 for it. It's Mora knives. They somehow, and you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to, because the lighting in my room is terrible, but on there, oh god, plus my phone camera is not the greatest. It does say Mora knife, made in Sweden, and then carbon, and it's etched in like this laser etch. They somehow, I think they maybe laser etched it, or some form of like ghost lettering, where it's like they're gray letters, but they're etched into the blade somehow. And it's beautiful. It's all print. None of it's cursive or anything overly, you know, gaudy. It's just some basic print, and I wish I could show you guys, but the lighting here, maybe if I use my lighter. There it is. It's beautiful. Mora knife, carbon, made in Sweden. So, right. So you guys saw it there. Really, it's truly a striking design for the money. It more than passes in my book, and I think that for a lot of people, even online that I saw, have loved this knife, and I believe there was one guy he even used it to like he was trying to cut bricks with it. Like he had the knife like on like a brick, and he was like tapping it into the brick, and it was like literally driving the blade straight through the frickin' brick, like with no issue. It wasn't damaging the knife. So that to me was crazy. When the guy cut the brick, there was another guy who was jabbing it straight down into his wood table outside, like this big thick hardwood table he had, and he was just jabbing it, and bending the tip and bending it, and it wasn't doing anything. The other kid was bigger than me. He was probably like, I don't know, 150 in US pounds, and he threw it into he stabbed it into like a stump and left like a small amount of the blade exposed, and then he was stepping on the handle and jumping on it, and it literally wasn't bending. I was like, what the hell? And I didn't see those videos till after I bought it. I saw these kids, the Dutch bushcraft kids or whatever the heck they're not kids, they're my age, they're like 30. But I saw them online and thought their videos were super cool. And I saw the Mora knives reviewed multiple times by not only them, but a few other guys. And I knew I had to have it because I wanted a budget friendly knife that I could take camping or take out and maybe throw in my backpack, my fishing tackle box, or my fishing backpack, and just have something that's super solid that I could then or that would then go from my tackle box to my pocket to work. So this is really the best option in my opinion. It's called a Mora Robust Series knife. You can find them online. I wouldn't shop on Amazon if you're ever gonna buy a knife. No offense to Amazon, they're a nice little. They're gigantic. They're a nice gigantic company. They think they can take over the knife market and the clothing market and the shoe market and the movie market and every other market, but in reality there's better places to buy knives. Okay, so maybe try Knife Center, or Blade HQ is another good one. Midway USA, they sell like tactical and outdoor gear. God, sometimes even eBay's better than Amazon for finding used knives. So I'll tell you what, go search Robust Series on Knife Center. That's what I did, and I found it. It is really the best option. I think this probably is the winner. Next to, say, this knife here, which is that Higo. This is a jumbo Higo. This is probably easily second place. So you got your Mora and your Higos, okay? Those are the best knives to have in New York State for any age, from 16 when you're allowed to buy a knife all the way till you're ready to go take your last fishing trip or your last hunting journey with your friends. You're an old fart. You could own these knives and still be able to use them effectively and not get in any trouble either. So I would highly recommend checking out Mora, checking out the Higo Nakami design. These are Nagao, 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 Higo Nakami. So Higo. God, I don't want to try to spell this. Higo no Kami. So Higo, Higonokami. Higo no Kami. Or it might be Higo na, but I think it's Higo no Kami actually. So anyways, go look these two designs up. Before I end here, I'll show you two more knives. One of them is debatable. You can carry it some places. Other places are going to consider it to look too intimidating for the public or whatnot, and you might not want to bring it there. Really, in my opinion, it's more of a wall hanger or a camping knife, a knife you would wear deep into the woods where you're only dealing with other campers and DEC. So I'll show you these two knives. So let's put the good ones away. These are the good ones. These are the ones I would carry to work. This one especially, since it has this nice belt clip built into the sheath it comes with. So I'll set those down. Oh crap, I can't show you my survival knife. I just remembered that's in my outdoor backpack, in my survival backpack. So I'll show you another knife instead that it's actually kind of cool. And then I'll show you the one that I wouldn't really bring to work. I don't think it's probably a good idea. I think that it's probably legal. I don't think even the police are going to mind that you have this. They're not going to tell you to leave it at home. But this right here is a beautiful design, actually. To be honest, it's a great design. It goes over your neck. It's called a neck knife, and it would be used tactically for survival so that you'd have very quick access to this knife. Also, the shape of the blade indicates that it's more of a martial artist style of knife. It's not really like an outdoor survival or cooking knife. It's more like built for like defense against something. So to me, it's not really one you'd want to bring into work. So anyways, this is how it works. There's a nice little key ring here at the bottom. Key ring. I don't know why I called it key ring. It's a finger ring. Basically, it's for your finger to go through. So I use my pinky when I use this knife. I like to keep a wide grip. I then pass my pinky through it, and then I just kind of grab the knife around the handle and pull quickly. And it flies out of there very fast. So you can wear this on the outside. Say you're camping, you're at a family barbecue on private land, or you're camping in a state park and there's, law enforcement around. You could probably get away with wearing this on the outside of your jacket or your sweatshirt or whatever, and probably they wouldn't tell you to put it away or that's illegal. They'd probably just be like, oh, wow, nice knife, because it is pretty beautiful. It's called a Schrade Karambit. Schrade's a company that's been around for a long time. They make other types of knives too. They're not just famous for karambits. They also make Bowies and Hunters and a lot of fixed blades and auto assister flipper knives, all sorts of knives. They're a great knife company, honestly. Most of their knives are made in China now, but they're one of the higher quality China knives, actually. Schrade's great. So this is some, CR Mauve stainless steel. CR Mauve is a type of stainless steel that is used a lot in China, but it's actually really nice. It's an industrial strength. So anyways, this could also get tucked in. You can take it like a necklace and tuck it under. This is my favorite part about it. And then, like, say you get attacked by a wild dog, like a coyote or, a bear or something, and you get pushed backwards and you're in the woods, you can then flip your sweatshirt up and grab it and pull it out like that. So it comes out from, like, under your shirt, like, so it's concealed under, nobody can see it, so that you don't get in any trouble for flashing a knife around. But it's under, like, you have it right away because you're not tucking your sweater in, obviously, or typically you're not tucking your shirt in if you have a sweater on, because, that's just not the fashion for that type of outerwear. So you would just you literally just do this flashing motion, grab it, and it's out. It's such a fast knife. It's the fastest knife that I think I own. I think that's why I wanted to show it to you guys. Because the Karambit neck knife is truly, I think it was built for the military, honestly. It's definitely not an EDC knife. It's more like a military design that was allowed to be sold to the public for some reason. And it's popular in a lot of states where there aren't as strict knife laws, but here in New York, I don't think you see it as much. But I don't believe that it's a dangerous knife. It was sold and shipped to me through Knife Center, so it is a reliable, Knife Center is a reliable resource. So this is, a very legitimate knife you could own in New York State, but one that you probably wouldn't want to bring out in public. This is a camping knife, a hunting knife. You could maybe use it for fishing, like for cutting free a fish or something like that real quick. Or bushes, to get bushes out of the way. You could probably, hack some thickets down with it because it's got this nice curved blade like a scythe. So, it's a cool knife. I wrapped the handle with like some grippy tape because it's a skeletonized knife. It doesn't come with a handle, so you got to like make your own handle for it somehow, like with either cord or I like to use hockey tape because it's so simple and easy to do. Hockey tape for the win, I think. So anyways, we'll put that back and I'll show you the final knife before I end this video because my mom's about to come over and I don't want to make her wait around. She's going to bring me some food. So anyways, this is a Kiradashi that I think I got on Amazon. And it is really nice, actually. I don't know if it's full tang. I don't believe so. I think it's about half tang. And it doesn't appear to be pinned in. I think it's only glued in. But honestly, I've had them for over, I don't know. Oh, you know what? It is pinned through the end. There's a small, you can't really see it well because the lighting, but there's like a small circle at the end of the handle, and you can see where it was pinned in with some sort of rat tail frickin' design or something. So this is the Kiradashi. It comes with this nice little polymer, sheath thing for it. It's not really the nicest, and there's really not much of a good fit to it. It just kind of flies out of there. But it is really a nice little blade, actually. The shape of it, the geometry of it makes it perfect for carving, for whittling, or marking a surface with like hash marks or an X or something for painting, or putting a nail in somewhere or whatever. It is really a nice addition to my collection, and I actually have two of them because I like to get two of everything. I'm just like that. And this one's a little nicer. This one's newer, sharper. It's just a nicer one. There is kanji on it too. It's hard to see. Yep, there they are. The kanjis are on the middle, inscribed. They're like little people figure things. I don't know. That's how I describe them in English. People figure things. That's what they are, kanjis. So anyways, we'll put those back. It's just, Japanese language stuff. That's how they write, I guess. It's their writing, it's kanji. So these are Kiradashi. They're more for wood crafting. I would say it's a bushcraft knife. Definitely legal to carry. This is a perfect one you could put in your pocket. You do have to be careful with these cheap ass sheaths. You might want to get like a nice leather slip pouch for this, and get rid of this sheath. Just throw it in your desk or whatever, because it is weak. It doesn't hold the knife in. I've been cut a couple of times a little tiny bit by these because the sheath slides off about an inch in your pocket. So I wouldn't recommend carrying these without Kiradashi knives without like a nice pouch. So anyways, we'll put the Oh,